Some new information yet again on these prepaid debit cards for tens of millions of Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, and Medicare beneficiaries. They're pulling the switcheroo on us, but it is still pretty good. Let's get into it and discuss all of the latest details out of President Biden. Let's get into this. But really quickly, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as I'm here for you each and every day, bringing all the latest updates as well as talking through very important information that you certainly need to know right now to make sure that you're getting all of the money and benefits that you're possibly eligible to receive. So thank you so much for your support. I'm very much dedicated and committed to this community and each and every one of you as a whole to make sure that we are helping you out in any way that we possibly can. So again, subscribe down below. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And let's get into it and talk about the latest details on these prepaid debit cards. All right, so just a few videos back, I was out with a video talking about these prepaid debit cards and answering a bunch of your questions right out of the comments section that many of you were leaving on the previous video. Well, in that video, we did answer a bunch of questions. However, there were still some unanswered questions. However, as a result of this latest announcement out of President Biden in regards to these prepaid debit cards, this brings it all together, and we do have a lot more answers to many of those unanswered questions from the previous video. So let's talk through this a little bit further. All right, remember, these cards were actually originally introduced and announced by senior Senate Democrats about a month and a half or so ago. Well, they have changed a little bit. Originally, they were announced as a $1,000 prepaid debit card that would be sent out to Medicare beneficiaries to help bridge the gap until they could actually get expanded Medicare benefits included into the stimulus package. Well, they still want to do that. That is still what these cards are for, is to help bridge the gap until Medicare expanded benefits are actually included and actually implemented. However, now here are the final details out of the president. So President Biden made these remarks himself. Here's what they want to do. Yes, they still want to expand Medicare benefits in the next stimulus package that they're working on right here, right now. However, here is what it looks like on these cards in accordance with what President Biden said. He said the cards are now going to be $800. So previously they were announced as $1,000. Well, the president said they're $800 now. Okay, so they took a $200 cut. However, what are the cards used for? According to President Biden, he said these cards are for dental. That's it, dental. He said they are to be used for dental services. Now, again, remember, in my last video, but again, those remarks out of Bernie Sanders just a couple weeks ago, by the way, my wife Corey brought you that article and read the remarks directly out of Bernie Sanders. But the remarks out of Bernie Sanders were basically, they were from Medicare beneficiaries to help bridge the gap. And then he used an example for dental services, like somebody could go in if you don't have dental coverage and get dental procedures. So it looks like that is what they are leaning toward. These cards are for dental services. That is what they are saying anyway. Now, again, are they possibly just using these, the dental as an example? It could be, but based on the conviction behind how President Biden announced these $800 cards for dental, it sounds to me like it is strictly a dental card, which is kind of weird simply because the expanded Medicare benefits, let me tell you how this is going to work. So they want to implement vision coverage in 2022, hearing coverage in 2023, and dental coverage in 2028. So I guess my remarks to that would be, okay, if dental coverage is going to be expanded and actually included in Medicare benefits starting in 2028, does that mean they're going to send out these $800 cards every single year until 2028, until it's included? That would only be fair, right? I mean, let's be real. If these cards are for dental coverage and they're waiting for the expanded Medicare, they should be sending out these $800 cards for the next 7 years, right? Maybe I'm wrong with that, but that's just my opinion on that. They should be sending those cards out every single year until they actually expand those benefits, not just a one-time card. Because let's be real, as we've talked about in previous videos, dental procedures and anything basically dental related is very, 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 very expensive. $800 is going to go really, really fast. I mean, let's be real. It's not going to get somebody a whole lot, right? $800, I think everybody can agree, is not going to go very far at the dental office, right? It's very expensive to go there. So yeah, that's what These are the latest remarks out of President Biden in reference to these vouchers, the prepaid voucher cards, right? All this stuff. So let me quickly run through a couple commonly asked questions that I know I'm probably going to see down below. So let me just cover these really quickly right here. Now that we know this latest information, let me just run through a few other pieces of information that we do know about this. These cards would be included in this next stimulus package. We also do know that these cards would be sent out as a independent card, like a voucher card in the mail. So it would not be sent to your Direct Express card. It would not be sent as a direct deposit into a bank account. It would not be any of those things. It would be its own dedicated card that would show up in your mailbox, right? So that's how these things would arrive. It would be a prepaid debit card with what it sounds to be $800 loaded onto it, and then you can go out and use those for apparently dental services. So apparently, I guess you just go to your dental office, you get the work done, you whip out your prepaid debit card and be like, here, use this, I guess. Well, that's what we know as of right now. Maybe we'll get more details on this. I would hope we would get more details on this, because it would be a sad situation if somebody went to the dentist and said, hey, let's get all this work done. And then all of a sudden you go to pay for your bill and it's $3,000 and only you have this $800 card, right? That'd be a sad situation. So we want to make sure that we get more details on this first. But that's what we do know. It would be sent out as its own independent card, prepaid debit card. It would come in that form. And it looks like it would be going out to Medicare beneficiaries. Well, we do know also that typically by default, Social Security retirement, disability, SSDI, and survivors beneficiaries are typically receiving Medicare benefits. Therefore, you would probably include it on this. Now, a couple other unanswered questions that we don't know right now would be, is this for everybody that receives Medicare? Like, what about the person that receives only Medicare Part A? Would they be included? Or is it Medicare Part A and Part B? Again, are they included? Or is it just for people with Medicare Part D? I mean, honestly, we don't have the answer to that question yet. There's many different aspects of Medicare, even Medicare Part C, right? There's many different branches of Medicare. Who would be included with this? Is it any and all Medicare beneficiaries? Or is it specified to certain groups, right? That is one of the major unanswered questions that I don't have an answer for you right now, simply because they haven't told us. They have not told us that information. But when we do get that, don't worry, I'll bring it back to you right away and let you know, hey, okay, this is what it looks like, right? So, because that would actually be a big, big difference. If it's just like Medicare Part D, well, that's going to be a lot less people than if it's Medicare Part A, because as you know, pretty much everybody that receives Social Security is pretty much automatically signed up for Medicare Part A, right? So for the most part, that would include just about everybody that receives Social Security benefits, except for some of these other Medicares. Not everybody gets Medicare Part B. You can opt in or opt out, things like that. So again, we'd have to get those final details as that's released. But as of right now, they have not released that. They're simply just using the blanket statement, Medicare, right? So we'd like some more definitions on that, right? But anyway, these are the latest updates out of President Biden himself. He made these remarks on these $800 voucher cards. So unfortunately, it looks like they took a $200 hit, where they were originally advertised as $1,000 and now they're $800. So, yep. I guess they're saving some money. I guess maybe that's what they're doing, is trying to save some money. I don't really know. No idea what their plan is. But anyway, $800, it looks like what these voucher cards are going to be, and it looks like they are dedicated for dental services in accordance with what President Biden said. Now, could that change again? Yeah, of course. It could probably change again, and realistically, it probably will change again. But these are the latest updates out of the president himself. All right, thanks again for your support. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe down below, and make sure to stay tuned with all the videos coming up, as there's a lot of things changing right now, just like this right here, what we're talking about, right? So enjoy your day. I'll catch you again later in the next video, and please feel free to share this video with your friends, family, or social media, or any others here on the channel, so we can continue to help out as many people as we possibly can. All right,